Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and today our topic is how to automate grievance reporting using Google Forms and Google Chat integration. So here I'm an HR manager at a company and I have created a Google form for the grievance reporting. Now what I want is that as any of my employee faces any issue or any grievance, then they can fill out that form, and as I'm going to receive that form submission, then automatically I want to send that on Google Chat space where I have my team. So as I'm going to receive that on Google Chat, I can promptly address that issue and we can solve that problem. So here for my objective, what I need to do is I need to build a connection between Google Forms and Google Chat. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. Now with Pabbly Connect, as I'm going to receive a new form submission from Google Forms, then automatically by capturing those details of the form submission, I can send a new message on Google Chat. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can automate grievance reporting using Google Forms and Google Chat. So imagine you are an HR manager and you manage your HR team, and now your employees or customer can submit grievance through a Google form. So here this is my Google form, and here I've created this grievance report form. Now these grievances may include issue related to the workspace matters, workload, harassment, or any other issue. To ensure timely attention to these reports, I want to set up an automation where grievances submitted via Google Forms are immediately sent to a designated Google Chat space. So this will notify my relevant team members, and by automating this process using Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration, my team can be instantly notified for the new grievance and respond promptly. So this will helping to resolve issues faster and improve satisfaction. So here what I need to do is I need to connect Google Form and Google Chat in such a way that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission from Google Form, then automatically by using that form submission detail, I'm going to send a message on my Google Chat with all the form submission details. So each time a grievance is submitted via Google Forms, a detailed report is instantly posted in the designated Google Chat space, and this will ensure that HR or management team is immediately notified, allowing them to address the grievance quickly. And this automated grievance reporting system enhances transparency and ensure a timely response to sensitive issues, improving overall communication and satisfaction within the organization. So here for setting up this automation, I'm going to connect Google Forms and Google Chat without any coding and programming skills, just with the help of Pabbly Connect. So for using Pabbly Connect, I need to open a new tab. And here I'm going to search for pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Now here in this landing page, I have two options of sign in and sign up for free. If we don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then we can just click on this sign up for free button, and this will take only 2 minutes of our time, and we will get 100 tasks free every month. Or if we already have an account, we can just sign in and we will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I just need to click on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the dashboard, what I need to do is I need to create a new workflow, and for that I'm going to click on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Now here what I need to do is I need to name my workflow, and I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to automate grievance reporting using Google Forms and Google Chat integration. Now what I need to do is I need to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab, and here in this tab I will find all the folders that I have in my Pabbly Connect account, and here I'm going to use this particular folder of HR. So I'm going to select this, and now what I need to do is I need to click on Create, and it will take us to this most important window for our workflow. Here in this window, I have two boxes of trigger and action. So trigger and action are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action is just going to follow that. So we need to first set up my trigger, and here for setting up my trigger, I need to first search for my trigger application. So here my trigger application is going to be Google Forms. So I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to select Google Forms here. Now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, A new response received will be my trigger event, so I'm going to select this. And now what I need to do is I need to connect Google Forms with Pabbly Connect in my workflow, and for that I need to use this webhook URL. So this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. Now for connecting these two applications, I need to follow all these instructions. And first what I need to do is I need to copy this webhook URL, and now I'm going to take you to my Google Form. So here this is my grievance report Google Form. Now what is going to happen is that as my employee is going to fill this form, then automatically the response of this form is going to add in a particular spreadsheet in Google Sheet, which is connected with this Google Form. So I'm going to take you to that Google Sheet. So here this is the spreadsheet where all the detail of the Google Forms is going to get added. And as I'm going to receive a new response from my employee in the Google Form, then automatically the detail of that form submission will be added in a new row. So here what I need to do is I need to connect this spreadsheet and I need to connect this with Pabbly Connect so that as I'm going to receive a new response of Google Form and that response will add in a new row in Google Sheet, then automatically I want that response to be sent to Pabbly Connect. So for connecting the spreadsheet, I need to go to extensions, and here I need this particular extension of Pabbly Connect webhooks. But if we don't have this extension, then what we need to do is we need to go to add-ons, and here we need to click on get add-ons. So I'm going to open this. And here this will take us to Google Workspace Marketplace. Now here what I need to do is I need to search for my extension that is of Pabbly Connect webhooks. So I'm going to search for that and I'm going to open my extension. And we will see our extension like this. Now we need to install this extension and I have already installed this. So I'm going to close this window. And now after installing this extension, what I need to do is I need to first refresh my spreadsheet. And here again I need to go to extension and we will see our extension in this list of extension. Now I'm going to go to my extension of Pabbly Connect webhooks, and in this I'm going to use initial setup and I'm going to click here. Now by using initial setup, I can connect my Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to connect this form response 1 sheet that I have in my spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect. And for that, I need to first give my webhook URL. So here in this tab of webhook URL, I'm going to paste my webhook URL that I've copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here. And now I have to give my trigger column. So the trigger column is going to be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here in my spreadsheet, I have the last data entry column that is column H, and that column H is going to be my trigger column. So as the data will be filled in that particular column, then automatically the data of that whole row will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to type my trigger column that is column H, and now what I need to do is I need to click on submit. And here we can see my setup has been configured successfully. Now I'm going to close this, and here I want one more thing, that as the data of a new form submission will be added in new rows, then automatically I want that new rows data to be sent immediately to Pabbly Connect. So for this, I need to take you to extensions. I need to go to Pabbly Connect webhooks, and here I need to enable this option of send on event. So I'm going to enable this. And after enabling this option, what is going to happen is that as the data will be filled in new rows in my Google Sheet, then automatically the data of that Google Form response will be sent to Pabbly Connect immediately. Now I'm going to take you to Pabbly Connect, and here in Pabbly Connect we can see it is waiting for webhook response. So for getting this webhook response, what I need to do is I need to create a new form submission in my grievance report form. So I'm going to take you to Google Forms. I'm going to preview this form first. And now what I need to do is I need to fill this particular form. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill all these details here, and I'm going to fill the detail of my employee. So here the first name of my employee is going to be demo user. Department is going to be development. I'm going to give a designation of my employee that will be senior developer. Email will be demouser@pabblytudes.com. I'm going to give a random phone number of my employee. And now I have to select my issue category. So here I have the issue of workplace condition. So I'm going to select that as my issue category. And also I have to give the detailed description of the issue. So here my issue is, I have noticed that the air conditioning in our office has been malfunctioning for the past 2 weeks. The temperature is frequently too high, which is causing discomfort for me and several of my colleagues. So here this is going to be the description of my issue, and this is the issue that I'm facing. So this is my grievance, and I'm going to submit this in my report. Now I have added all the required detail. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on submit. And here I have successfully submitted this form. Now I'm going to first take you to Google Sheet. And here in Google Sheet, we can see I have added this new row with the detail of my issue. So here I have the name demo user, I have the department development, I have the designation that is senior developer. Also I have the email address that is demouser@pabblytudes.com. I have the random phone number. I have my issue category that is workplace condition, and I have the description of my issue. So here we can see as I have submitted a form in Google Form, that detail is automatically added in my Google Sheet, and as I have connected this sheet with Pabbly Connect, so the detail of this form submission should be automatically sent to Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to take you to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, we can see I have received this response. So in this response, I have my trigger column that is column H. I have my spreadsheet name that is grievance reporting responses. Also I have the sheet name that is form responses 1. And in this, I have all the detail of my employee who has filled my grievance report, and I have the detail of the issue. So here I have the random phone number of my employee, I have the name of my employee that is demo user, I have the issue category that is workplace conditions, I have the email address that is demouser@pabblytudes.com, and also here I have the detailed description of the issue, that is, I have noticed that the air conditioning in our office has been malfunctioning for the past 2 weeks. The temperature is frequently too high, which is causing discomfort for me and several of my colleagues. Also I have the designation that is senior developer, and the department is development. So here we can see that these are all the details that I have filled in my Google Form submission, and automatically I have received that detail in Pabbly Connect. Now as I have received all these details of my form submission, what I need to do is I need to send this detail of my grievance report or my grievance to a designated space in Google Chat where I have all my HR teams, so that we can work on this issue and we can promptly address this issue. So for sending this response to Google Chat, what I need to do is I need to set up my actions tab. And here I need to search for my action application that is going to be Google Chat. So I'm going to search for that. And I'm going to select Google Chat Hangout here. So I'm going to select this. And now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and create message will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to connect Google Chat Hangout with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. So I'm going to click on connect. And here for sending the message on Google Chat, what I need to do is I need to give my chat webhook URL and the message. So first I need to give the chat webhook URL of the space in my Google Chat where I want to send my message and where I have my HR team. So here for the chat webhook URL, what I need to do is I need to first take you to my space in Google Chat. And here this is my space of HR team where I have my HR team, and I want to send all the detail of my grievance reports to this particular space. Now here what I need is I need my webhook URL of this space. So I'm going to open this drop down, and now I need to go to apps and integrations. So I'm going to click here, and here in apps and integration I have this option of webhooks. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new webhook. So I'm going to click on this add webhooks button, and here I need to first give a name to my webhook. So here the name of my webhook is going to be grievance report. And now I can give an avatar URL, and this avatar URL is going to get associated with my webhook. And if I'm going to give any avatar URL, then I'm going to receive the messages with that avatar. So here I'm not going to fill any avatar URL. I'm just going to click on save. And here we can see I have added my webhook. So with this webhook, I have received this URL. So this is my webhook URL that I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this three dot button, and I'm going to copy this link. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and in this tab of chat webhook URL, I'm going to add my webhook URL. So here I've successfully added my webhook URL. Now what I need to do is I need to give the message that I want to send on my Google Chat space, and in this message I'm going to add all the detail of my form submission and all the detail of my grievance report that I've received through Google Form. So here my message will be new grievance report submitted, and in this I'm going to add a new line. And in this, I have the detail like the employee name, department, issue category, and the description of the issue. Please review and address this grievance as soon as possible. So this is going to be my message that I'm going to send every time on the Google space whenever I'm going to receive a new response through Google Form for the grievance. So in this message, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the response of my Google Form, and in this, I'm going to add the detail of my grievance. So here what I need to do is I need to use my response of Google Form that I've received, and I'm going to map my Google Form response here in this message. So for that I need to use mapping, and what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping I need to click here, I will give a space, And here I need to map the employee name. So I'm going to open this response of Google Forms. And here this is the name of my employee. So I'm going to map this. Similarly, I'm going to map the department. I will give a space. I'm going to open this response of Google Forms. And I'm going to map the department of my employee, that is development. Now I'm going to map the issue category. So I'm going to click here. I will give a space. I will open this response of Google Forms. And here this is the issue category, that is workplace conditions. So I'm going to map this. And now in the last, I'm going to map the description of the issue. And here I have mapped all the required details. Now, as I have mapped these details, I have made these details dynamic. So what is going to happen is that every time I'm going to receive a new response from my Google form, and I'm going to receive a new response of the grievance, then automatically all these details that I've mapped here are going to get replaced with the new Google form response. And as those details are going to get replaced, then I'm going to send the new message on my Google chat with the new grievance report. Now I have mapped all the required details. Now what I need to do is I need to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have sent a message automatically to my Google Chat space where I have my HR team, and I have sent all the detail of my grievance report. So to check whether I have sent the message on Google Chat or not, I'm going to take it to my Google Chat space. And here this is my space of HR team, and in this we can see I have received this new message, new grievance report submitted. And here I have my employee name, that is demo user. I have the department, that is development. I have the issue category, that is workspace conditions. And I have the description of my issue, that is, I have noticed that the air conditioning in our office has been malfunctioning for the past 2 weeks. The temperature is frequently too high, which is causing discomfort for me and the several of my colleagues. Please review and address this grievance as soon as possible. So here we can see I have received this message on my Google Chat space, and automatically I have sent this message to Google Chat with the response of my Google form that I received for the grievance. So here, as I'm going to receive a new form submission and I'm going to receive a new report of grievance, then automatically I'm going to send that grievance report on my Google Chat so that we can promptly address that issue and we can solve that problem as soon as possible. So here I've successfully created this automation between Google Forms and Google Chat, and now every time I'm going to receive a new form submission from Google Forms for the grievance report, then automatically I will send that report as a message on my Google Chat space. So here I have successfully received this message, and to check this in real time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my Google form, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new form submission. So I'm going to preview this form one more time, and again I'm going to fill the detail of my employee. So here the name of my employee is going to be test user, department is going to be marketing, and I'm going to give a designation that will be marketing manager. I'm going to give the email address that will be testuser@pabblytudes.com. I'm going to give a random phone number, and I'm going to select the issue category that will be same workplace condition, and I'm going to give the detailed description of the issue. There have been frequent power outages in our office over the past few weeks, causing disruption to our work. So this is going to be the issue, and I'm going to submit this form now. And here I have successfully submitted this form. Now what should happen is that as I've received the form submission of the new grievance report, automatically this grievance report should be sent as a message on my Google Chat space. So to check whether I've received a new message on Google Chat or not, I'm going to take you back to Google Chat. And here in my space of HR team, we can see I have received a new message that says new grievance report submitted. I have the employee name, that is test user. I have the department, that is marketing. I have the issue category, that is workspace condition. And the description of my issue is there have been frequent power outages in the office over past few weeks, causing disruptions to our work. So here we can see that these are all the details that I've just filled in my Google form submission, and as I've submitted that grievance report, automatically the message has been received in my Google Chat space. So here I've successfully created this automation between Google Forms and Google Chat, and now as I'm going to receive a new grievance report submitted, then automatically I can get that report detail in my Google Chat space. So here I've created this connection between Google Form and Google Chat with the help of Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here we have connected Google Forms and Google Chat Hangout to automate grievance reporting using Google Forms and Google Chat integration. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I've set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Google Forms, and my trigger event was new response received. Then I've set up my action step, and my action application was Google Chat Hangout, and my action event was create message. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this by using Pabbly Connect. So if you want to reach out to us, then email us at support@pabbly.com. And if you have any queries, then you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any issue with the pricing, then you can visit this link. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.